Hi! Welcome back to my second update of my Finish It or Frog It February. I think we should start off with some great news. You might be like, wow, what a lovely little peak of color at your neck, Kerry. It's a finished scarf. I was able to fully complete my lace pattern little neckerchief scarf. It's short, but that's all I wanted. It is just enough to kind of tuck under a jacket, fill in that little triangle that always tends to get cold for me. And I like it. And I'm very happy that I can start off the update with I finished it. I casted it off. I wove in the ends. It does still need to get blocked, but it's okay for now. Nobody will know for now. So is it really finished? I say yes. I say blocking is optional for some things, like a scarf. It's fine. It almost surprised me how quickly I did finish. I, for so long, was like, oh, I can't pick it up. It's too much concentration. The pattern repeat is so long. No, I just listened to some music on a train and brought this with me because it was small. And I got all the way done. Only 40-minute train ride. That's how much I had left. Under an hour. I had less than an hour of work to do on it, and I let it sit on a coffee table since November. I could have had this months in advance, but nope. I had to get in my head and think, I can't finish that. It's gonna take too long. I got over myself. I finished it. And here we are. So I still have quite a few things on the needles or that need some finishing elements added to it. I want to start with the item I still need to finish, but that I had the most confidence that I could finish. My cable knit vest. All of the main panels are completed and they've been stitched together, and I even did the ribbing around the armholes on both sides. So this can go on a body. That's a big step. The main construction is complete. I think I am gonna redo the cast off for the arm holes. It's a little tight and I would like to have like a little more room just for comfort and because I know this is something that's gonna be layered. So I want to be able to fit more different types of tops underneath. I'm this far in to the button band. It's a 1x1 rib. I hate doing that. I'm gonna put it out there. I hate it. So I just need to chug along with this. This was super fun to make. This is the worst part of it. And I hate that it's at the end because, you know, we're 80% of the way done. This is left. The fact that it's all together and not just individual panels lying on the floor, huge step. So all that's left is to redo the armholes, to finish the 2 button bands, and then to complete the collar. That's it. Easy. I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. As I just said, I don't love doing ribbing, yet I decided to make a whole ribbed scarf. It looks like there's no progress on it. I keep having to do this to check how much I've actually done. Because as you're working on it, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. I feel like I've made nothing. And I've actually tried to finish this. I did, however, start the second ball of yarn. That was the personal goal I had for this project by this update, was to start the second ball. If this is the length from one ball, I think 2 is enough. I know I originally said I wanted to do maybe 3 or 4 balls. That would be insane. Because this is already like a good size. Doubling it, perfect size for a chunky scarf. I am less confident now after seeing how long it took me to do 1 ball that I will finish this by the end of the month. But I'm gonna try. That's what this whole thing is about. It's still a boring project, but it is turning out really nice. It's turning out exactly how I wanted it to. Let's just finish it so I can give it to my friend. It's a present. I have to remember this is selfless. Something that is not selfless, that is almost self-loathing, is this dang blue triangle shawl. I only worked about an inch of this in the last week. The fact that this is so fine of a yarn is what I think it makes it self-loathing. When I get into the flow, I really do like working on this. It's a simple pattern. It's just knitting 1 row, purling the other. That's it, with the occasional little texture added into it. And again, that's also easy. This isn't a hard lift. It's just so tiny. And like I said in my last update, it still takes about 15 minutes to do a singular row. it's starting to tiptoe closer and closer to 16 minutes. It might even be that far now. One surprising thing has happened while doing these updates is I have become more inspired to finish these projects or to work on them, to pick them up, because I'm able to see, because I've documented it, where I was a week ago. So yeah, this feels like I've done nothing on it, but looking back from my first update, an inch is a pretty good amount of work to get done. It's more than nothing. I could have just let it sit there on my nightstand, but I picked it up every single night before bed, did a row or two. Last night I did 4 rows. This still has a long ways to go. I am currently in the boring part of the pattern. It will be lovely when it's all done. And the pressure of having to finish it by the end of February makes me excited, because this is exactly what I want for that transitional piece. I don't want to be wearing such a thick scarf that it's suffocating me and making me sweaty. I want something lovely, just a drape, just to add some pizzazz. And I've been reflecting on why I started this project. I really wanted a bright poppy primary color scarf to jazz up a lot of other boring outfits that I wear, because I do wear a lot of neutrals when I'm at work, and something that looks handmade but also professional. I essentially want everybody to be surprised when I'm in the office, when I go, oh yeah, I made this. I want them to go, oh my god. And I think that this will be one of those things. Like a plain stockinette sweater, sure, yeah, everybody's gonna be amazed that you can make an article of clothing. But I feel like a scarf is something that everybody learns how to make right off the bat when they start knitting, but trying to elevate it a little bit. Make it a little bit fancier, a little bit more chic. That's what this does for me. I'm gonna stop talking about one scarf that I've made an inch worth of progress when I literally just finished another scarf. Let's move on from pizzazz to pizzazier. I did it, everybody. I started the color work on the second sleeve. You can see it's the little bottom part of the black sheep. Once I finish this color work part, I can fly through the rest of this sleeve and get it done fairly quickly. This is a good amount of work done, and to think about it, I only kind of picked this up twice in the last week. And again, I picked it up only 2 times because I had to think about it. It wasn't just an easy knit. So once the color work's done and I just have just red the rest of the sleeve, it's gonna be easy, and I feel like I'll just pick it up whenever. So the remaining work for this project is to finish this sleeve. I have to make a complete front panel with all of that color work. I have to do the button band and collar, and then I have to seam everything together. And then I'll have my little sheep cardigan. Like I said earlier, I am really starting to like this challenge. I do still want to start a new project. It's my main flaw as a knitter. I always want to start something new because I'm always thinking about something new. So instead of starting something new, I have been writing down a wish list of things that I would like to make. And as a treat for myself, once finishing this project, I'm going to start something new. And maybe I'll buy yarn for it. Maybe. I have to finish all of these projects for me to actually buy yarn. That is my, prize for winning. But I'm getting more of a sense of accomplishment after reviewing the previous week's update, because now I can actually see how far I've progressed. Typically when I'm knitting, I only get that sense of accomplishment when I cast off and when we're done and when I get to wear something for the first time. That's changing. Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? I'm the old dog, and appreciating my hard work is the new trick. Well, since we finished something and we're working on finishing other things, it's that time of the video where I frog something. This was me playing around with some different techniques. I wanted to see how it would work if I did a thin cabled braid as the neckline of a mock neck turtleneck. It works, but I think we can do it nicer. And I also wanted to try doing a cable raglan. The increases are on the opposite sides of the cable, so you get that nice little diagonal cable at the shoulders. I'm never gonna wear this, and I don't want to finish the rest of it, so we're gonna frog it. This was one of those projects that was just sitting in a basket for too long. I don't think I ever even had the intention to finish this when I started it, so why let it sit around my house? So I'm gonna deconstruct it and put it back into storage. I think we all can agree that frogging something and unraveling and winding it all back up is not fun. It's not fun. It is really more of a chore than anything else. I like that I'm doing a Frogget piece every single week. It is making me look at projects that I have sitting around and realizing something's got to change. And realizing that if I just keep putting it off because it's not fun to organize and do your knitting chores, it's never going to get done. So here we go. Done. This is giving me the incentive to finish actual projects and clean up my life. Clean up my collection. Well, I want to thank you for joining me for another update on my Finish It or Frog It February. I would love to hear about anybody else's progress if you want to share with me. This is so fun for me. I know I'm not really showing true excitement, but it's nice. It's a good hobby and I love doing it. And I like letting everybody else know how I'm doing. Thank you guys for joining me. I will see you next week for another update on my Finish It or Frog It February. I'll see you then. Bye.